The remains of a World War II veteran have been returned to his family in Louisiana. The 98-year-old man was autopsied last month here in the Northwest before a live paying audience. It's a story that we brought you first here by our King 5 investigators. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Joyce Taylor.
I'm Greg Copeland. That man's family in Baton Rouge said they never gave permission for this. We sent King 5's Chris Ingalls to Louisiana to cover the homecoming and the unanswered questions about how exactly this happened. He's live there now tonight with more. Chris?
Yeah, Greg, Joyce, this is the state, Louisiana, where 98-year-old David Saunders lived out his life after serving in World War II and the Korean War. His family want answers, but first they want to be sure that the body flown in over the weekend is actually his.
We're glad he's home, and we look forward to a proper burial, cremation, and memorial service so we can honor this man's life.
His earthly remains are back in Louisiana, a flag-draped casket arriving at the New Orleans airport on Saturday, as seen in these photos by the Advocate newspaper of Baton Rouge.
But with everything that has transpired, to be honest, we just wanted to make sure it was him, because there's really no guarantee of that.
But is it actually 98-year-old David Saunders? The job of making certain fell to his grandnephew, Harold Adkins, who viewed and positively identified the body at the mortuary this morning.
To see a loved one, I wouldn't say dismembered, but butchered in that context from every part of the body, it's just, it sickens me.
This is somebody that donated their body to science.
After a life of service, Mr. Saunders wanted to make one last contribution to his country in the name of science and medicine.
And then when he died, he wanted to give his body his life again to help. I mean, that's a true patriot.
Instead, he ended up in front of a live audience who paid up to $500 to view his autopsy in a Portland hotel, a story the King 5 investigators first reported last month.
And the fact that there were people who walked up, touched him, touched the body, what have you.
Mr. Saunders had long intended for Louisiana State University to accept his body. When it declined because he died in August from COVID, Church Funeral Services sent his remains to a body broker with the family's permission, according to owner Greg Clark.
My understanding was it was for universities. It was that they would supply universities with cadavers for them to be able to do training and education, doctors and pathologists and stuff like that.
MedEd Labs of Las Vegas sold the body to organizers of the Portland autopsy. They also planned one for Seattle, which was canceled. Church Funeral says it has cut ties with MedEd Labs.
If this one situation, if all of this goes through and this stops this from ever happening again, I'm sorry that Mr. Saunders had to make another sacrifice for this country, but this should never happen again.
And that's what Mr. Saunders' 92-year-old widow, Elsie, wants as well.
And that's Elsie's message. She doesn't want this to happen to anybody else.
The family's really trying to keep the focus on the service of David Saunders here, a man who they don't want remembered for this Portland event, but a man who served as a combat veteran in World War II in Korea. Church Funeral Services says it will cremate the remains fairly soon and hand those ashes over to the Saunders family for a proper memorial here in Louisiana. I'm Chris Ingalls reporting live from Baton Rouge.
Chris, great follow-up. Thank you.